What's going on, y'all? I appreciate y'all tuning into another video I got for y'all, man. Let me just start off by right off the bat. I did a mistake on this video only. I promise y'all after this we're gonna keep it rolling normally. I ended up pressing the wrong button, so it ended up being on slow-mo, but it's all right. I got y'all covered. We still got the footage, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. So it's my final day here. I'm about to check out. I'm about to go check out some spots. I'm about to head to Shelby, America. One of my friends told me about it in Vegas, that it's a Shelby store. He said go check it out, since you know I guess you could say I'm a Mustang fan. So here we are. Right off the bat, as I'm pulling up, there's this truck right next to me, the Shelby truck. I've never seen one in person. I thought that was the dopest thing ever. I mean, it's a beautiful truck. I mean, we're talking about the F-150. Like, you can't get nothing better than that. I mean, 72,000. I thought there used to be 100,000, but who knows how, you know, maybe in California they'd be kind of whacking with the taxes. I heard somebody paid 100,000 out here, but like I said, in Nevada, I heard that there is no taxes, so maybe they're getting them for like 20,000 less. So man, lucky to y'all. But yep, here we are at the store. Kind of funny, I thought I pulled up a little too early. I think they open up at like 10 or whatever. So as I'm walking to the door, I see that it says open at 10 a.m. and it's like 9:50. I got like 10 minutes, so I waited outside and I see these dudes walking. I'm like, hey, yo, the store is open? And they're like, yeah, there's people inside. I'm like, what the hell? So I walk up in there, started checking the store out, and it's kind of cool. It's like a little museum. They got obviously that you just saw. I don't know if it was the original Shelby, the first Shelby or whatever, but I mean, we got all the cars in here. I'm not sure if these are the ones that participated back in the day, the Le Mans racing, but we got, like, obviously, I'm pretty sure that gold one right there wasn't part of anything. It's probably just some custom or whatever, but we got all the GT500s you could think of. I mean, like I said, I don't know if these are, I guess you could say they participated in a racing or whatever, but they got numerous of these Shelby cars here. I mean, it was kind of dope seeing them. The fact that, you know, back in the day, this is how they rolled, and then got some new generation Mustangs, clearly, you know, so these have to be, you know, like one of these collections that they pull from the line or something just to keep them in the showroom show. But yeah, this is the, I guess you could call it a museum. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not that big. It's actually kind of cool. If you're into Mustangs, if you're into this stuff, I definitely recommend you checking it out. It's actually a pretty dope spot. Alright, so before I leave, you know, I wanted to leave with at least a shirt, hoodie, or something, but I'm walking around through the store, and a lot of them did not have my size. They all were all extra large. I'm a large, so they had like small, medium, extra large, and so on and so forth. So I pulled up to this tank top, and I'm like, oh, I'm a tank top guy. So of course it was an extra large, and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't want it to be too big, you know, I don't want it too loose or too big, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna try it on, and boom, bada bing, it fits perfectly. I was like, oh yes, I'm about to take this home. Just, you know, something to have from out there. I don't see anybody with this one, so I'm adjusting my camera, making sure it fits, and what do you know, it fits like a glove. So I was like, yep, I'm about to take this home, you know, something to have like a souvenir, you know. So we're about to get back on the road right now. I had plans to go to two spots. One spot right now, I'm about to go to the Valley of Fire, which I am making my way right now. It is kind of a drive. Social media was like, oh, it's only like a 30-minute, 40-minute ride from this strip, and I'm like, no, that was like a good hour and some change. So it took a minute to get there, but if you're like a sightseeing person, Valley of Fire in Vegas, definitely. It was kind of short in my opinion. That's probably because I'm on a motorcycle, so obviously if you're mobile, it's more quicker to get there. But anyways, if you're into hiking, I guess they got a trail for you to hike. Do be prepared, meaning it was hot when I was there. It was like 96, 98 tops degrees that day, so we were cooking. So I would recommend taking you some water because there was a sign that said beyond this point there is no water. So if you plan on going, it's a cool spot. Definitely a sightseeing experience, pretty dope, something different, never done it. I was mainly in it just for the view, to go ride on my motorcycle. I wanted to go explore before I left. Like I said, I was gonna go to this other spot, but they were like an hour and a half apart, and I was like, nah, I ain't got time. I'm not trying to stay here all day and then have the long ride home. So yeah, check it out. right, so this clip right here, man, I thought it was funny. So you see that car that just made a right turn right there at open road, right? I didn't really see it on the way towards the where we were going. So I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. That was probably something that I didn't get to see. Maybe it's another way to get out the park or whatever, man. Biggest disappointment. That played me. I ain't gonna lie, because I was expecting something, you know, some super scenic. I don't know how to explain it. Like, as you can see, you know, pulling up, you think that's gonna be some dope back road, checking out all these, you know, Mother Nature or whatever you want to call it. Man, biggest disappointment. I'm over here like, oh, I'm about to do some like Pixar car stuff, you know, where Lightning McQueen and Sally are driving out on the road. Nope. Look at that. That's it. It was just roundabout, and right there the sign said that it was off-road vehicle use only. So maybe I could have gone, who knows. I wasn't gonna risk it and try to get it, because it said if you go beyond this point there would be consequence or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna risk it. So like I said, this was my last day here. So by this point, I was already gonna go home. I was like, all right, I'm not trying to make my day any longer. Let's go. I want to go home. I'm done. I still got a long ride ahead of me. I got like at least a 7-hour ride. So like I said, I was just trying to be home at this point. So off we go. So, man, what a surprise. As I'm riding, like I said, the day was 98 degrees. As I'm getting up towards the mountains, temperature is dropping. I'm like 10 degrees, 20 degrees. And at that point, it was like at 50 degrees with high, as you can see on the graphs right there, it was windy. And imagine me riding, that's not making it any better. And then at some point, it started to rain. So my hand is starting to lock up because it's so cold, like I can't even take it anymore. So I was like, no, I gotta pull over and warm up. And that wasn't even working. even talk. Oh man, this weather is so bipolar. I can't even. Oh. Oh, I need to get some. I need to get some clothes. My hands are locking up. Oh. Oh my gosh. I could barely move. Oh. Oh, man, y'all need to move. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to tap out. I'm so cold. Oh gosh. Damn, this weather caught me slipping. They don't have hoodies or anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Damn. All right, so as I'm continuing my ride home, what do you know? Even more problems as I'm continuing the road. But at the truck stop right there, I ended up getting myself a hoodie, and they had gloves and an extra shirt. I was pretty much good to go. Like I was like, all right, I could bear this. It's not a big deal no more. So I'm passing Bakersfield. I want to say I still got some time before Fresno. So somewhere in between that time, I ended up pulling up to Tipton, I guess. But man, rain. Look at that. Ridiculous. Ended up, it's like, just imagine if somebody had a bucket of water and somebody just threw it on me. Just rain just coming out of nowhere. And it's not getting any lighter. It's getting heavier. I'm talking about the road was just poured with water. I started losing traction as I'm riding, so I was like, "No, I gotta pull over. Like it's not bearable. Like I'm getting soaking wet. I'm losing traction because my rear end of the bike is fishtailing." So I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna pull over and wait it out." Cause like I said, as you can see, it was just raining ridiculously. I mean, I'm soaking wet. So like I said, I'm in Tipton. I was like, let me check the weather. I see what it says. 55 degrees. It wasn't that cold, like I said, compared to where I was, but 55 degrees, pouring rain. It's 9 p.m. at night. My GPS said I was supposed to be home at 11, and I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it. I might have to sit this one out. Said it was only gonna rain for like an hour at 10 p.m. and after it was gonna be, basically clear to go. So I was like, okay, I got a short amount of window, but I was like, let me check where it's at, where I'm at. I'm not in Modesto, but it's like 40 minutes away. Whatever the weather is, it's the same where I'm at. So I was like, okay, 1 a.m. is going to pick up again. So I have, like I said, my GPS said 11 p.m. It's not going to be, I'm supposed to be at home, but time is being delayed. And that's when I was thinking, I was like, maybe what if I waited out to the next day? And I was like, nope, it's going to continue on raining till Tuesday. It's going to rain. So I was like, no, I have to get home. Like, I cannot wait this. So I'm like, no, I have to go home. There's no way I'm going to wait this out. Like I said, I was debating on staying the night and waiting it out. Nah, I have to push it home. Like, it's either get rained on a little bit or stay home, wait it out, and get pouring rain on the way home. So I was like, no. But as you can see, look at that. It stopped raining like literally minutes after I stopped recording that. So at that point, like, yeah, I'm going home. So I had pulled up to Fresno right here. Sure enough, no rain. And with all that constant wind, I think I was doing like 90 plus. But I'm just like astonished at like what is going on with this weather. Like it's just rain here, super cold here. I'm clearly dry. Like that's how long I had been on the road. As you can remember, I was soaking wet. Now I'm just completely dried. So I'm just like, why couldn't have this been the whole ride home? Just ridiculous. I don't know. I'm lost for words that day. It was just ridiculous. All right, well, I made it home, no problems, and right off the bat, man, what the hell was that all about? I mean, that was straight chaos I've never experienced. That was the worst ride home in my books. I've never. It only sucked because it was my own fault. I should have been prepared. Should have had my jacket with me regardless, because I ended up not bringing it. I was like, hey, what could go wrong? You know, we're talking about we're going to be riding in the heat on the way to Vegas, and we're going to have heat riding back home from Vegas. So who would have ever thought, you know, I was going to experience some cold weather into some rain. But I'm in the car right now because, like I said, I took a beating on the way home. That was definitely something. I was just super cold, trying to get warmed up. I have the heater on blast. It is not 60 degrees. That's a damn lie. It was way colder than that. Cause 60 degrees, that's, come on, y'all. Everybody knows that's bearable. But it was definitely colder than that. Yeah, that sucks. So I'm just in the car, you know, trying to warm up, heater on full blast, because man, I am just taking, like I said, I just got done taking a whooping from this stupid bipolar weather that I stay in the valley. So imagine after leaving Fresno, that was nothing but land. So it's way more colder. So you just imagine I'm doing 80 miles per hour plus and some cold degree weather. I'm talking about at least 55 and under, straight taking, you know, cold wind. I'm sitting down open. There's nothing you can do, but you know, you gotta ride home, and it's not like a car to where you can control the temperature. You know, if you get hot, you get cold, whatever the case is with the bike, it's whatever the weather gives you. That's exactly what you're gonna take. I mean, as on, you know, clearly it's starting to be a little more accurate, 54 degrees, but the app says, you know, it's 50 degrees. That sounds more accurate. And yeah, that was a straight the coldest. I don't know if you catch that, but it said the highest that it was the coldest it was gonna be 46. Yeah, it was pretty cold. Like I said, and don't think that it's not that I could have handled it. I've ridden, this is nothing new, but to where an extent of, I'm talking about at least 6 hours. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. The coldest I've done was 35 degrees, but that was only like an hour ride. And like I said, I had my jacket and my gloves and a little neck warmer. It's doable, but when you're not prepared to where, like I said, I left Vegas with a shirt because it was just so hot, and I was only wearing a shirt just to keep me from getting a sunburn. So, you know, leaving that desert to where getting unexpected, like I said, and there were some people that told me, oh, well, why don't you check the weather? I did check the weather. I left, keep in mind, this is Monday that I'm coming home, and Tuesday it said it was going to rain. Nobody said it was going to rain and later that night. So I just wasn't prepared for that. But they always say always prepare for the worst because you never know. So definitely we'll be prepared regardless if it's summertime. My jacket is probably gonna be in my bike. If I'm going on long rides, I'm not saying I'm gonna have my jacket in town. Nah, that's, you know, if I'm in town locally, hour away, it's whatever. But whenever I'm gonna do an out of state run like that, best believe, yeah, I'm gonna be prepared. But definitely not gonna go through that again because that was not fun. Because like I said, I've done this before to where I've ridden. I had to go, the farthest is an hour and a half. Just straight riding with that type of temperature, and like I said, it's doable. Some people can tolerate. I can tolerate the cold, but when it's an extent like that of man, at least a 6 hour ride, yeah. Now we're talking. You know, okay, that's no more bearable. You know, it's starting to get to the point where like I'm gonna tap out. That was, like I said, that was the first time where I was ready to tap out. I was so cold. If I was not gonna be able to get a hoodie or just something, you know, to warm me up, yeah, I was gonna be like, all right, I'm done, because man, there's no way I can do this. And then, you know, I was able to get a hoodie and a shirt and gloves, and I carried on, and then next thing you know, just pouring rain. I mean, that was the worst. Definitely caught off guard because I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? So, like I said, I had to pull over and kept on pushing home. Then sure enough, it starts to get cold again, and I'm just like, man, can I just get home already? So I made it home, no problem. But my overall trip, I mean, it was fun. I didn't get to do exactly everything I wanted to do. Like I said, my timing was just going off due to the heat, or I just had to do something to where, like, okay, I gotta go and I gotta go handle this. Other than that, Vegas would have been cool. And this is the most ridiculous part. I come to find out that once after I got home, all of a sudden, because this whole week, I'm talking 60-degree weather, same thing in Vegas. All of a sudden, they got the good weather. I got the worst of the weather. So as far as experience-wise, I mean, if I would have gotten decent weather, okay, it would have been cool. I would have been fine. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just trying to warm up because, man, it took me at least an hour to warm up. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If y'all watched the whole video, I highly appreciate that. You know, it goes farther than you know it. This is going to be the last time we do this voiceover. We're going to get it right not next time. Going forward, we're going to get it right. We ain't going to be doing this no more. Like I said, this was just a little hiccup I did over my trip. But like I said, I was not going to let y'all down with no footage because I was not going to let that happen. So, you know, did the best that I could with it. And till the next time, y'all.